High-frequent JCEE close phrases. By David Pai. 1. Above all. He is hardworking, considerate, and above all, honest. 2. Above. He is not above asking questions. This book is above beyond me. 3. Abandon oneself to and don't abandon yourself to despair. 4. By accident cf on purpose I discovered the secret by accident. 5. All walks of life equals every walk of life I know people from all walks of life. 6. Automatically equals by itself. The light went off out by itself. 7. Account for. Stage fright accounted for her bad performance. There is no accounting for tastes. 8. Take plus so plus into account equals take plus so plus into consideration. We should take the traffic condition into consideration. 9. Of no account equals of no importance. It is of no account whether, or not, he is rich. 10. Have access to and students have access to all the books in the library. 1. According to and According to the Bible, God created the world in 6 days. 2. Be accused of. He was accused of taking bribes. 3. Be get become accustomed to and equals be get become used to plus o. He is still not accustomed to so much homework and so many tests. 4. Acquaint oneself with. A lawyer should acquaint himself with the facts of every case he handles. 5. Be get acquainted with and make the acquaintance of SB equals make SB's acquaintance. When did you get acquainted with her? Equals when did you make the acquaintance of her? Equals when did you make her acquaintance? 6. Put plus o plus into action equals put plus o plus into practice. Equals put plus o plus into force. The government put the law into force last month. 7. Adapt oneself to and equals adjust oneself to plus o. Equals accommodate oneself to plus o. You should learn to adapt yourself to the new environment. 8. Be adapted for Shakespeare's plays have been adapted for most audience. 9. Be addicted to and equals addict oneself to plus o. Equals be hooked on plus o. He is addicted to drugs. Equals he is hooked on drugs. 10. Avail oneself of equals make use of. You should avail yourself of every chance to practice speaking English. 1. Ahead of. He is ahead of his classmates in English. 2. In advance equals beforehand he seemed to know the secret in advance. 3. Take advantage of equals make use of. He took advantage of the good weather to do some gardening. 4. After all. You can't work all day long. After all, it is bad for your health to work around the clock. 5. One after another. They moved out of the apartment one after another. 6. Against one's will he never did anything against his will. 7. After dark. Don't stay in the woods after dark. 8. After you. After you, sir. 9. Agree and to on plus I agree to your proposal. We all agree on this. 10. Agree with plus, I agree with the way he handles things. Cf. Disagree with plus. That kind of medicine disagrees with me. 1. Go ahead, may I use your phone? Go ahead. 2. Aim it. The hunter aimed at the deer, but didn't shoot. John aims at becoming an astronaut. 3. In the air. These plans are still in the air. The fireworks exploded high in the air. 4. On the air. The English program is on the air. 5. Put on airs equals give oneself airs. I hate to see him put on airs. He likes to put on an air of superiority. 6. All in all equals considering everything all in all, she is a good student. 7. All in all, she is all in all to him. 8. At will. It is very dangerous to change lanes at will without giving a signal. 9. Be all eyes, be all ears, be all rags. Be all smiles, be all tears, be all thumbs. Be all nerves. It seems that I just cannot do anything right. I am all thumbs. The beggar is all rags. When seeing her fiancé, she was all smiles. 10 at a loss. He is at a loss and doesn't know what to do. 1 all Greek to SB. Equals beyond SB marketing is all Greek to her. 2 once, and, for all he came to see me once and for all. 3 answer for equals be responsible for who do you think should answer for this accident? 4 answer one's purpose equals serve one's purpose. This second-hand car will answer our purpose until we can afford to buy a new one. 5 in answer to equals in reply to. The doctor came at once in answer to our request. 6 aside from equals in addition to. Equals except for. Aside from a very attractive salary, we also offer you an excellent working environment. Aside from the foggy weather, the trip was good. 7 with open arms. They welcomed us with open arms. 8 appeal to SB this movie does not appeal to me. 9 appeal to Ando. The accused appealed to the judge for mercy. The rioters appealed to violence. 10 watch with folded arms. We had a violent argument, but they watched with folded arms. 1 in appearance. The twin brothers look very much alike in appearance. 2 apply for. I am applying for admission to Stanford University. 3 apply and STH. Plus to and O. You can't apply the principles to all cases. 4 apologize to SB. 4 STH, he apologized to me for being so rude. 5 approve of. CF disapprove of. He doesn't approve of my studying abroad. 6 under arrest. Freeze. You are now under arrest. 7 be particular about and O. Equals be choosy about plus O. Equals be picky about plus O. She is particular about what she eats. 8 so-called equals so to speak. I can't believe that this rascal is the so-called Prince Charming. To you. 9 be feel ashamed of. Aren't you ashamed of your own behavior? 10 put aside equals set aside equals put away this project will have to be put aside. We should put aside some money for a rainy day. 1 attend and O. Attend school. Did you attend the meeting yesterday afternoon? Children attend elementary school when they are 6. 2 attend SB. The nurse is attending the patient. 3 attend to and O he never attends to his work. Many customers are waiting to be attended to at that restaurant. 4 draw one's attention. That beautiful watercolor painting draws many people's attention. 5 focus on. It is important to focus on character building. 6 do away with. We should do away with the outdated rules. 7 turn one's back on. He never turned his back on me when I needed help. 8 back up equals support equals stand by. We back up those people struggling for freedom and democracy. 9 look back on. Study harder, or else you will be regretful when you look back on your school life. 10 be based on upon. The above mentioned is based on facts. 1 bear in mind equals keep in mind equals remember always bear in mind that honesty is the best policy. 2 beat around about the bush just tell me what you want. Don't beat around about the bush. 3 become of plus equals happen to plus. What will become of the pro-democracy students and civilians? 4 be becoming to and O. Equals be suitable for plus O. This hairstyle is very becoming to you. 5 get out of bed on the wrong side. Equals be in a bad mood. What's wrong with you? Did you get out of bed on the wrong side today? 6 on behalf of SB equals on SB's behalf I wrote this letter on behalf of my father. 7 behind schedule. The train arrived behind schedule. 8 leave behind. Have we left anything behind? 9 lag behind equals fall behind. Nancy was tired and lagged behind. Nancy. 10 leave out. Sorry, I left out the most important point. 1 make believe equals pretend. He made believe that he was innocent. 2 believe it or not believe it not, I saw a UFO last night. 3 2, the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge, he wants to start all over again. 4 between you and me equals between ourselves. Don't let on. It's between you and me. 5 of the black sheep. Harry is the black sheep of the family. Harry. 6 beyond description. Beyond compare, beyond doubt, beyond repair, beyond remedy. The scenery is beyond description. The damage caused by Super Typhoon Wayne was beyond measure. 7 black and blue. He was beaten black and blue. 8 a wet blanket. Don T be such a wet blanket. 9 bit by bit equals little by little equals gradually equals by degrees. The ruling party is losing ground bit by bit. 10 a blessing in disguise. Don't you understand that it turned out to be a blessing in disguise? 1 blow up. The bomb blew up and killed 2 people. 2 blow one's nose. Sorry, I have to blow my nose. 3 keep body and soul together equals live from hand to mouth. He earns a low salary and can merely keep body and soul together. 4 get to the bottom of. He always gets to the bottom of things. 5 break up, with plus. Mary broke up with her ex-boyfriend 2 weeks ago. 6 break down. The car broke down all of a sudden. His health broke down. The government broke down all resistance ruthlessly. 7 break in. Wild animals are hard to break in. Please don't break in on our conversation. 8 break out. A fire broke out in the neighborhood last night. 9 catch one's breath. Hold one's breath, save one's breath, waste one's breath, be out of breath. Breathe one's last breath. Don't waste your breath trying to reason with such a stubborn person. I held my breath and sank my body into the water. 10 bring oneself to VR. I can't bring myself to kill animals. 1 bring about. The war brought about the destruction of the city. 2 bring up. The plan was brought up at the meeting. He was brought up by his adoptive parents. 3 bump into equals come across equals run into equals run across. I bumped into James on my way here. James. 4 on business CF. For pleasure. Are you here on business? 5 call for. CF call upon on and SB. Plus to and VR for and STH. The occasion calls for a cool head. I would like to call for your cooperation to solve this problem. The government called upon the public to fight with crimes. 6 call off equals cancel. The game was called off because of the rain. 7 be carried away. The audiences were carried away by his touching speech. 8 carry on equals continue. We will carry on the discussion shortly. 9 carry out. We are supposed to carry out this task at any cost. 10 in case of and oh in case, that, plus you may call me in case of any emergency. 1 catch fire. Since the wood is wet, it won't catch fire easily. 2 catch on, 2, equals make out I didn't catch on, 2, the joke. 3 catch up, with SB. Go on in front. I'll soon catch you up. 4 take a one's chance, S, equals run a risk, S, equals take a risk, S. In order to succeed, we need to take chances from time to time. 5 it chanced happened that and S and V it chanced that I was out when you called. 6. Take charge of equals be in charge of. Bill took charge of all the arrangements for the wedding ceremony. Bill. Mr. Wang is in charge of this law firm. 7. Check up on and STH. The security guard checked up on our papers. 8. Crack down on upon and O. Our government is determined to crack down on drugs. 9. Check in. Check out. When did you check in? At the Ritz. The Ritz. Travelers on international flights are requested to check in 2 hours before the departure time. Do we have to check in our cameras? 10. Free of charge equals free. This meal is free of charge. It's on the house. 1. Cheer up. Cheer up. Everything will be all right. 2. Pour cold water on SB every time he tries to do something decisive. His wife throws cold water on him. 3. Get cold feet. When the beautiful girl was introduced to him, he got cold feet and didn't know what to say. 4. How come, plus S and V? How come you are always late? You are late again. How come? 5. Come down with equals become ill with equals fall ill with. I am coming down with a cold. 6. Come up with. Scientists have come up with a method to detect earthquakes. 7. Keep company with plus equals keep plus plus company. I've brought you a dog to keep you company. A man is known by the company he keeps. 8. Clear up. The misunderstanding will soon be cleared up. According to the weather forecast, it will clear up tomorrow. 9. A close call equals a narrow escape. It was a close call, he was almost hit by the car. 10. Close, at hand. Equals, near, at hand. Equals around the corner Christmas is close at hand. 1. Leave SB cold your arguments left us cold. 2. In one's true colors show one's true colors. Don't pretend that you are so indifferent. Show your true colors. 3. Have a good command of plus. It's advantageous to have a good command of English. 4. In command of. Who is in command of this troop? 5. In common. We have nothing in common with each other. 6. Be compared to life is often compared to a candle. 7. Compared with equals in comparison with compared with my loss, yours is nothing. 8. Beyond compare her talent is beyond compare. 9. Compensate for equals make up for diligence compensates for lack of experience. 10. Compete with plus compete in plus compete for and O. No one can compete with him in chasing a girl. Many contestants compete in this speech contest. Many applicants competed for this teaching job. 1. Be composed of equals be made up of equals contain equals consist of. The band is composed of 5 members. 2. Be concerned about over 4 equals be anxious about. We are concerned about your safety. 3. Have a weakness for I have a weakness for ice cream and sweets. 4. As far as be concerned. As far as I am concerned, school life is enjoyable. 5. Be considerate toward SB he is always considerate toward others. 6. Be considerate of SB. Not, to and VR. It was considerate of you to give your seat to me. 7. To one's heart's content you may eat to your heart's content. 8. Out of control equals out of hand. Under control. The situation is out of control now. 9. On the contrary. He is not stupid, on the contrary, he is very smart. 10. Consist in equals lie in. True happiness consists in contentment. 1. Consist of equals include. The jury consists of 12 persons. 1. 2. 2. Correspond to plus so equals be in agreement with his actions did not correspond to his words. 3. Be convinced of. Convince of. Are you convinced of the so-called truth? 4. Cope with equals deal with. Nations all over the world today are trying hard to cope with the energy crisis. 5 around round the corner equals near, at hand. At 21 they feel they have lost their childhood, at 30 their youth, at 40 they worry about middle age, at 50 they see old age around the corner. 6 crocodile tears. Their shedding crocodile tears only made me feel disgusted. 7 give SB the creeps. That horror movie really gave me the creeps. Equals that horror movie really made my flesh creep. 8 be cut out for. He is not cut out for a doctor. 9 shortcut. There is no shortcut to success. 10 in the dark. Most children are afraid of being left alone in the dark. 1 out of date. The documents are already out of date. 2 to date equals until now. To date, I haven't heard from him yet. 3 up to date. The news is not up to date at all. 4 on the decrease. On the increase rise. The population of this city is on the decrease. 5 devote oneself sth. To plus o equals be devoted to plus o. Equals dedicate oneself sth. To plus o equals be dedicated to plus o. He dedicated his whole life to the development of democracy. 6 to a, certain, degree equals somewhat equals to some extent. John is to a degree difficult to get along with. John. 7 deprive of. The communist government deprives the people of their rights. 8 in detail. This matter will be discussed in detail later. 9 drive at. I can't make out what you are driving at. 10 drop SB a line note. Be sure to drop me a line note as soon as you get there. 1 on duty. Off duty. Don't call me when I am on duty, call me when I am off duty. 2 have an ear for, have an eye for, she has an ear for classical music. She has an eye for beautiful paintings. 3 turn a deaf ear to. Turn a blind eye to. The manager turned a deaf ear to the secretary's complaints. I can't turn a blind eye to your sufferings. 4 leave much nothing to be desired. Your performance still leaves much to be desired. 5 on a diet. She plans to go on a diet. 6 dispose of and o. How are you going to dispose of the property? 7 in dispute. The issue is still in dispute. 8 drop by in equals stop by in. Drop in on plus. He drops by to see us once in a while. Drop in on us at your convenience. 9 to the effect that. He wrote a letter to the effect that he would not come over for dinner next Saturday. 10 make an effort equals make efforts equals take pains to learn English well, we have to make great efforts. 1 make every effort equals do one's best equals do one's utmost. Please make every effort to save him. 2 at the 11th hour equals at the last possible moment. He never studies until the 11th hour. 3 be equal to equals equal. 6 divided by 2 equals makes is 3. 4 lay put place and emphasis stress and on and o. Equals stress plus o equals emphasize plus o equals focus on plus o. Schools should put more emphasis on moral values and character building. 5 out of employment equals out of work equals out of a one's job. He is out of work again. 6 make, both, ends meet they can hardly make, both, ends meet. 7 be engaged in equals engage, oneself, in he is engaged in foreign trade. 8 be engaged. The line is engaged. The line is busy. The line is free. 9 be engaged to equals engage oneself to Jane is engaged to a famous actor. Jane. 10 be equal to equals be competent for. He is not competent for his job. 1 be entitled to you are entitled to the reward. 2 be envious jealous of and o. Envy ++STH. I am envious of your luck. I envy you your luck. 3. Give a good example. Older brothers are often expected to set good examples to their younger brothers. 4. See eye to eye with SB. I rarely see eye to eye with him. 5. Go to extremes. We should not go to extremes in doing anything. 6. Catch one's eye equals attract SB. That picture catches my eye. 7. Keep an eye on equals watch over. Carefully, please keep an eye on my purse. 8. Face to face. I would like to talk face to face with you. 9. Keep a straight face. How come you always keep a straight face? 10. To one's face. Such as praise you to your face but stab you in the back are not real friends. High frequent JCEE close phrases. By David Pai.